Glad you guys made it this morning. Make sure you guys make a little space for them, kind of spread out a little bit. Might have to use another row, girls. Perfect, thank you. Okay, guys, it's been determined this year's awards scholarship ceremony would be held during the school day. And the reason for that is we want all of our students to attend this event and as many parents that can attend this event as possible. And the reason for that is we want to see you guys have a meaningful experience and we want to promote the success of our students. And we want to do that in front of our peers. We feel that acknowledging and promoting the success of students in front of their peers makes this more meaningful. As we recognize our peers for their success that they've had this school year, please practice empathy. I know we've talked about empathy a lot, and that's a very, very important student success skill, and that is, sharing in people's excitement and celebrating and understanding the feelings of others, okay? So we really want to do this in a successful, respectful manner today. Because, guys, success is very important. Understanding the success of each other is very important. I believe we all are striving to be successful. Now, everybody has a little bit different feeling of what success is, but we're all striving to be successful. Not everybody feels the same way about success or measures success the same way, but we want to make sure we recognize and we're respectful and we pat each other on the back for the success that we have in our daily lives. And so that's why I thought this would be a very meaningful thing. We want to make this a day where we can sit back, reflect, and think about all the great things that we're doing here at St. Mary's Junior Senior High School. And we have a great group of teachers, we have a great group of students that I'm amazed with every single day with the things that they've done and the things that they do. So we want to pat each other on the back today. So make sure you do that in a respectful way. We don't want to make a joke about that, and we want to make sure we're doing that in the best way possible. This morning's program is held to recognize those students that have excelled and often exceeded our highest expectations. Guys, I feel privileged to have the opportunity to help acknowledging the achievements in this outstanding group of students. And this is kind of our last hurrah for our seniors, so we want to make sure we send them out feeling good about everything they've accomplished. And by the way, congratulations, seniors. We're down to our last couple days. So let's give them a round of applause. Seniors, it's been an absolute pleasure to be with you for the last 4 years of your high school career. I really have enjoyed being with you guys and following you and seeing you grow throughout the high school experience. So we're going to go ahead and begin with our presentation of our local scholarships. Mr. Adam Hurley will be our first presenter. Teachers and presenters, when it's your turn on the program, please be ready and come forward to present your awards.
All right, the first award we have is the Kristen D. Morford Athletic Scholarship. The Kristen D. Morford Athletic Scholarship is given to a female student athlete who exemplifies what it means to be an outstanding teammate. This student athlete also stands out in the areas of dedication, self-discipline, teamwork, and sportsmanship. This year's recipient of the Kristen D. Morford Athletic Scholarship is Jordan Harrison.
We are always proud to see students who are interested in the field of education. Teachers play many roles and can make such a difference in the lives of children. We are always happy to have our students leading the way into the future of education. It is with great pleasure that I get to award the Cobb Valley Education Association Scholarship, and this year we actually have 2 recipients. We were able to give 2 scholarships. So our 2 recipients of the Cobb Valley Education Association Scholarship are Allie Johnson and Daniel Moylan.
Completion of the Kansas Scholars Curriculum is one of the requirements Kansas residents must meet in order to receive a state scholar designation. In order to be a curriculum completer, students must take 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of science, including chemistry and physics, 3 years of social studies, and 2 years of world language. This year we have 2 seniors who have completed this Kansas Scholars Curriculum. They are Jordan Harrison and Jacob Fox. This spring, the Kansas Honor Scholars Program, which marks its 50th anniversary as a tradition of the University of Kansas Alumni Association, KU Endowment honored more than 3,600 high school seniors throughout Kansas for their academic excellence and achievement. Since 1971, the program has honored more than 150,000 high school seniors from all 105 Kansas counties and approximately 360 high schools for ranking academically in the top 10% of their class. This program is made possible by the KU Endowment alumni donations and proceeds from the alumni associations. Jayhawk license plate program, and this allows the university and the alumni association to create more scholarship opportunities for Kansas students. This year, St. Mary's High School has 5 seniors who will receive this designation. Please come forward as your name is called. They are Lizzie Carlson, Jacob Fox, Jordan Harrison, Lainey Mott, and Courtney Reiners. There's letters on it. Jacob. Let's turn around, guys. So that way the camera can see everybody.
That's right.
Lizzie. Congratulations. Stand over there so I can get a picture.
There we go. I'm getting my remote here down. Great job. Congratulations, seniors. You guys can have a seat. Thank you. Each year, the Potawatomi County Family and Community Education Council offers scholarships to 2 seniors who are interested in attending a college or trade school. This year, a St. Mary's High School senior was selected for one of the awards. Please help us congratulate J.C. Schindler for the FCE scholarship. I think we're ready to move on. I believe we're ready for the Knights of Columbus. Mr. Smecca.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see everybody. I'm here to present scholarships from the Knights of Columbus and also the St. Mary's Alumni Association. Before I present these, I'd like to say what a wonderful group of children, young adults we have in our community. I'm impressed every time I see what you do, the amount of learning that you get. You guys are a lot smarter than when I was in school. The Knights of Columbus Scholarship winners was $250 for 4 years. Would these gentlemen please come forward? Jacob Fox and Jacob Lett. Jacob.
Get 2. 2 for 1.
The St. Mary's Alumni Association has 3 $500 scholarships for this year. Would these students please come down? Jordan Harrison, Laney Mott, and Danny Moreland. Congratulations. Manny, congratulations to you.
I'm glad to present the 2021 Jerry Miller Charitable Trust Award recipients. The Jerry Miller Trust Scholarship is awarded to a student attending a 4-year, 2-year college, technical school, or a vocational trade school. Qualified students must have at least a 3.0 GPA in high school and subsequent years of post-secondary education. Jerry set up this trust to accomplish one thing, and that's to better the lives of all in the St. Mary's community. Jerry set provisions in his trust that all gifts must be made within a 5-mile radius of St. Mary's, and his trust gifts nearly $40,000 annually to the local community with a focus on bettering the lives of youth and the elderly. Each year, 2 4-year $1,000 scholarships are awarded to 2 standout students to help towards post-secondary education. This year was one of the toughest, with 8 applicants who exemplified what it is to be a great student, highly involved in the community, and what shows on their applications of being great people. This year, our committee reviewed 8 amazing applicants and decided to award 4 scholarship winners. The 2021 Jerry Miller Trust Scholarship recipients are Laura Harrington, Allie Johnson, Jayla Johnson, and Brenna Wilson.
That's Jayla. Jayla. Messed up your name again.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You get a double.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Laura. It's now time to do the Kansas Governor's Scholar. The Governor's Scholar Program honors the top academic 1% of Kansas high school seniors. Scholars are selected from accredited public and private schools in Kansas. This program is coordinated for the governor by the Confidence in Kansas Publication Task Force. It is funded by donations from private sector businesses in Kansas. The Confidence in Kansas Public Education Task Force was formed 30 years ago to strengthen public confidence in education. This year's senior selected as the Kansas Governor's Scholar is Laney Mott.
It is my great privilege to award the St. Mary's High School Scholarship. In choosing the recipient, the committee looks at character, leadership, respect, participation in extracurricular activities, and academics. The senior that we choose each year is a student we think is a model student and one that best represents what St. Mary's High School stands for. Seniors must apply to be eligible to receive this scholarship. This year's recipient stands out because of his dedication to the school. He has been involved in numerous clubs and activities. His goal is to help everyone have a great experience at SMHS. He is a true servant to St. Mary's High School. He always gives his all and has a positive attitude. St. Mary's High School will miss your dedication and bear spirit, but know you have positively impacted others, and that will be remembered and passed on. As the St. Mary's High School Scholarship recipient, we believe you possess the characteristics that define who we are: students of quality, character, passion, and spirit. It is an honor to present to you the recipient of the St. Mary's High School Scholarship, Daniel Moylan.
The St. Mary's Masonic Scholarship. This scholarship was established by the Kansas Rural Communities Foundation in November 2008 to reward St. Mary's High School graduating seniors who have shown academic achievement, service, and leadership during his or her high school years. This year's St. Mary's Masonic Scholarship winners are Hannah Garland, Laura Harrington, Allie Johnson, Jayla Johnson, and Danny Moylan. Next, we have the Virginia Hickey Literary Club Scholarship. The Virginia Hickey Literary Club Scholarship is given to one graduating senior who plans to further their education at a technical school or college. This year's recipient is Miss Allie Johnson. This year we have a new scholarship in honor of Miss Karen Lett. The Karen Lett Memorial Scholarship is available to any graduating St. Mary's High School senior who will be enrolling full-time at a university or a two-year college or a technical or trade school. The scholarship is intended to help defray the cost of first year of higher education and was established in honor of Karen, who was a 1967 graduate of St. Mary's High School, proud supporter of the Bears, and a respected lifelong resident of St. Mary's. This year's recipient of the Karen Lett Memorial Scholarship is Miss Jayla Johnson.
Our next award is the Dale Dennis Award. The Dale M. Dennis Excellence in Education Award was established in 1996 by Kansas School Administrators to honor the long-time and valuable service of Dale M. Dennis, Deputy Commissioner of the Kansas State Department of Education, has provided to the students in education of Kansas. The individual attributes which characterize Dale M. Dennis as a friend of education and, more importantly, as a first-class citizen are the basis for determining the recipient of this award. Recipients of this award identified from their schools across the state as individuals who have displayed the citizenship, communities, and school service, scholarship, and strong self-awareness that make a quality individual. This year's recipient of the Dale Dennis in Excellent in Education is planning to pursue education as a career, and that is Danny Moylan.
Our next award is the Brian Lindstrom Inspirational Scholarship. This scholarship is in memory of Brian Lindstrom, a Silver Lake graduate who passed away after a tough fight against cancer. Brian was a leader, motivator, and an inspiration to everyone he touched. He wanted to set up this scholarship in his memory for a local senior going to college after their senior year. He wanted to be able to help someone through this scholarship that has the desire to work hard, put in the time and effort, and the end result of achieving their goals of success. This year's recipient of the Brian Lindstrom Inspirational Scholarship is Mr. Danny Moylan.
The PEO Scholarship. The PEO is a philanthropic organization where women celebrating the advancement of women, educate women through scholarships, grants, awards, loans, and motivate women to achieve their highest aspirations. Our local PEO chapter gives one award to a local senior each year. This year's recipient of the PEO chapter scholarship is Miss Laura Harrington. Next is the Wamego Telephone Company Scholarship. WTC, formerly Wamego Telephone Company, has always considered itself important to give back to the educational efforts of youth within each community it serves. These scholarships were established in 1998 to reward those students who have excelled during their high school years and are available to a graduating senior at each high school and WTC service area. This year's St. Mary's High School WTC scholarship recipient is Miss Courtney Reiners.
Now we have the Joel Behrens Memorial Scholarship. The Joel Behrens Memorial Scholarship is given each year to a senior baseball team member. This scholarship is given in honor of Mr. Joel Behrens, who was a 1995 graduate from St. Mary's High School. Joel is very active in sports and played football, basketball, and baseball. This year's recipient of the Joel Behrens Memorial Scholarship is Mr. Danny Moreland.
The next scholarship is the Potawatomi Recycling Committee Scholarship. The Potawatomi Recycling Committee is excited to offer a scholarship to graduating seniors from a high school in Pot County. PRC is looking for seniors who value recycling and care for the environment and have demonstrated his or her interest in such. This year there were 3 award recipients from Pot County, one of them being a St. Mary's senior. Please help us congratulate this year's PRC scholarship recipient, Mr. Jacob Fox. Bank of the Flint Hills Scholarship. In 2010, the employees of First National Bank of Wamego, now the Bank of the Flint Hills, established a First National Bank Employee Donor Advised Funds. The purpose of this fund is to allow the employees to collectively support the community in ways that they could not do so individually. By combining the gifts from all employees, they are able to create a significant amount of dollars each year that can be directed towards charitable causes in the communities that they serve. Employees decided they wanted to give scholarships to graduating seniors of various area high schools. The class of 2011 was the first class to receive these scholarships, and they have been awarded each year since then. This year's recipient of the Bank of the Flint Hills Scholarship is Miss Brenna Wilson.
Good morning, St. Mary's Senior High School. Parents, guests. I'll be handing out the 2021 Agricultural and FFA Awards. I'd actually like to start by calling up our retiring senior FFA officers who received their FFA cords. Those students are Virginia Crosby, Matthew Goodson, Allie Johnson, and Jayla Johnson. Next, we'll be recognizing our agricultural completers, which are students who have taken at least 2 ag courses, including a beginner level, intermediate level, and a completer level. They also must maintain a 3.5 or higher GPA, and they will be receiving an agricultural scroll pin. Those students are Virginia Crosby, Matthew Goodson, Jayla Johnson, and Lainey Mott. Next up, we're going to be recognizing 2 of our students who have excelled in the ag mechanics shop. So if these 2 students could please come forward. Those students are William Homan and Matthew Goodson. Our next few scholarships are funded through our crop field here on the campus. And we generally recognize students that are selected by a scholarship committee for their exceptional scholarship, dedication to the FFA, and work ethic. So our first scholarship is the DeKalb Agricultural Accomplishment Award, which includes, it's a national level award from one of the seed dealers, DeKalb. That scholarship is going to Jayla Johnson. Our next award is the Shaman Family Award. It is awarded to Virginia Crosby. Next is the Dan Brunin Family Award, which it goes to Allie Johnson. And last but not least, the J.B. Pearl Family Award for Matthew Goodson. Okay, last but not least, we do have two very special memorial awards. The Kyle Morgan Memorial Scholarship was set up by the Robert and Debbie Morgan family of Maple Hill, which includes Kyle's brother Travis and sisters Dana and Holly. Holly is a valued FFA alumnus and past FFA secretary. Kyle, who passed away March 3rd of 2008, also was an active St. Mary's FFA member who never turned away from a fellow member in need. Kyle was always a hands-on type of person that went on to a trade school to be a machinist. With this in mind, the family has asked that Kyle's memorial fund be used by the St. Mary's FFA chapter to aid in graduating seniors that are not going on to college, but into a technical or trade school. The money may be used for tuition, occupational tools, and/or supplies. It also gives priority to students entering into various trades. This year's winner of the Kyle Morgan Memorial Scholarship is Nicholas Saposi.
Good job, Dan.
The next is a memorial scholarship of an FFA member, an ag mechanics student who is near and dear to all of our hearts. This is the Andrew T. Saposi Memorial Scholarship. This year it's awarded to a student who had common interests, a passion for working in the ag shop, passion for hunting, fishing, and being outdoors, William Holman. And last but certainly not least, it is with great sadness that we share the passing of Mr. Greg Goody. He brought light, joy, and laughter to so many of his students as advisor here at St. Mary's FFA. Per Mr. Goody's wishes, we have set up a memorial scholarship for St. Mary's FFA members through the Kansas FFA Foundation. This is going to ensure, guarantee, that Mr. Goody's legacy will live on and he will continue to educate St. Mary's FFA members for years to come. This year's Goody Family Leadership Award goes to a student who embodied growth, leadership, and dedication to the FFA that Mr. Goody sought to foster in his students and has a handshake to prove it. The Goody Family Leadership Award goes to Jayla Johnson.
I'll be presenting the English Award, and before I start, I just want to say these seniors have been amazing, and it was hard to decide just who would receive this award. And they also just are always going to have a special place in my heart because they were with me through some very tough times and just motivated me to be a better teacher. This year, I used writing assignments and reading assignments and assessment scores to determine who our award winners were. And I will be awarding the English Award to Courtney Reiners and Lainey Ma.
I want to start off by saying just a couple quick words about FBLA. FBLA was a little bit different this year with all the COVID restrictions. We couldn't do some of the things we normally would. We still competed at districts and state, and I think did pretty well at both. At districts, we have 22 schools in our district, and despite only sending 6 people, we placed 6th, including district championships from Gwen McCann in sales presentation, Shane Harrington in business law, and also Shane Harrington in political science. And then I think we're even more successful at state. We placed in 7 events, including 3 national qualifiers. And I was hoping to have the awards here today, but they haven't been mailed out yet. And so if the students I call would just stand, and then at the end, we can give them a round of applause. Connor Biswell placed 5th in Mr. Future Business Leader and 9th in Business Calculations. Levi Jukes placed 4th in Help Desk. Jack Perry placed 10th in Computer Problem Solving. Jack and Levi as a team placed 3rd in Network Design, which is a national qualifier. Shane Harrington placed 4th in Business Law, also a national qualifier. And Kaylee Luker placed 9th in Advertising. Great job. So then the awards that I'm presenting today are for technology. We have a lot of students who learn about technology, and then they help out the school with fixing Chromebooks or computers, or making recommendations, testing things, designing and building computers for our labs, all kinds of cool stuff. So for the first award, I'd like to present it to a student who's just shown a lot of great success in our technology department. And more than anything, I've been impressed with his initiative this year. Even when we were in cohorts, he was always asking, how can I help out? How can I fix something? Or what can I do? And then now that we're moving around more, he sets up in the library every morning, first thing, and helps out people who have Chromebook issues. So the first technology award goes to Brady Polo. And then for the second technology award, we like to give it to a student who's looking to pursue technology, further education there. And this student has been a big part of the technology department for 4 years, and he is currently studying at Washburn Tech, IT, and so this award goes to Isaac Saposi. And for the business awards, I'll turn it over to Mr. Stratman.
All right, I've got one business award. It's for the most outstanding student in business this year. This year she went above and beyond in the class with her projects, with her classwork. Also in running the coffee shop, she was there every day. She did what was asked of her, and she showed exceptional knowledge and also very motivated in business. So this year I'd like to present that to Riley Stahlbonner.
First off, I'd like to, I think, speak for everyone here and just say thank you to the students right now. It's been kind of fun to sit back there and watch you all zoned in and truly appreciating each other. So that's been nice. So give each other a quick round of applause, please, on that. we often forget that, as seniors, you're setting the example for the juniors, sophomores, and on down to 7th graders. So you set that tone, and it only gets better from there. So again, thank you to that. I'm going to start with Scholars Bowl here first. And so if I could have just the Scholars Bowl team just quickly stand up for the high school here. The letter winners this year were Connor Biswell, Lane DeLong, Shane Harrington, Kaylee Lukert, Lainey Mott, Courtney Reiners, Rebecca Schleif, Elena Tinges, Jacob Fox, Maddie Hiegert, Catherine Renee, and Christabel Guthrie. Thank you. I should have prefaced that, please stay in the stands there too, and you did well there. But Scholars Bowl, they did very well this year. At regionals, we qualified to finals, and we're just a place or two out of making it to state. As you know, if you've ever been a part of Scholars Bowl, it can be quite aggravating because you could know 97% about a certain topic, but then they ask you that one question that you've never heard about before. So very well done there on the Scholars Bowl side. So moving right along here to some social studies things as well. So on these here, again, I don't consider these winners. These are just people who've been consistent throughout their 3 years where I've kind of had an opportunity to teach them. So I've got a bunch of different little awards. There's no money involved or anything like that. It's really just me kind of seeing that, the reflections that we do in class, and then actually talking with some of the students about it too, and letting them have a voice as to who they think are also, again, worthy of some recognition. So not a victory here or anything. You can't hold it or brag over each other, but again, I appreciate what you've all done here. So my first category here is just the question people. These are the kids who come in and just have questions, and they're okay with saying, I don't know yet. So the key word there is yet. And so the recipients of that, and again, just stand up real quick and give them a quick round of applause here. But those two are Jacob Fox and McKenna Mayhew. Next up, a phrase you often hear a lot of us say around here is to just simply give it your best. And so this was a tough one just because we have so many kids that I think do that well. But again, these three here, I'd like to give them quick recognition, are Lainey Mott, Jenna Crosby, and Courtney Reiners. One of my favorites, of course, is music. As you know, my middle brother quite involved with that. So I have some kids that often talk to me about music. They investigate the music side. And so some kids that I thought would need some recognition for that are Brady Pullum, Riley Denton, and Isaac Saposi. It's pretty cool, like when Isaac, he'll bring in a complete disc set of a Tool album, and we can just kind of geek out on that, so pretty cool stuff there. But anyways, some of you are wondering what that means. But so next up is the 248. So that's a little brain game we've done before, but it's about being an effective detective. The two kids there that I'd like to recognize are Danny Boylan and Jayla Johnson. All right, two more here, or two more recognition sides here. Next up, we do a lot of strategy games, trying to get problem solving involved and see what we can do to just get better. Again, have no end result, just see what we can do. So some kids there that really just kind of blow me away each time. I actually couldn't narrow it down to two, I had to go to four here. So we went with Zach Johnson, Mike McCann, Joe Wharton, and Robert Ward. Some of the games we've came up in there have completely been transformed just because of kids like that, where they just say, hey, what if we tried this? And that's how you do it. So that was awesome. Last award here that, again, no winners to this. It's just the idea of, they're consistently doing these things well. There's so many others out there too. Again, we can all get better. But the last one is about empathy and constantly thinking about others. And somebody drops something, you don't just say, I got too much on my hands, I got to keep going. I'm going to stop and I'll be late with you. I'll be late to class with you. No big deal. Those two are Hannah Garland and Nevaeh Steck. So, as I take up plenty of time here, of course, one last little thing I'd like to make sure we recognize here as well. The last 2 years, we've also incorporated through Apollo has been the refereeing class. So some of you are aware of that, and it's been awesome to have about 10 kids this year to be able to kind of just come down here twice a week. We just talk about things. But I'd like to recognize, make sure we have one senior recognized here that he says he would like to maybe look into it. And actually, the state of Kansas, Acacia, has also said that he would pay for his first year of refereeing as well. So that's pretty cool that Fran Martin has done that as well, or said that she would definitely take care of that for Danny Moylan. So if he could stand up. I find it fitting here as I walk out that Danny did receive a technical foul this year on that, but it was because he was actually, he was actually asking that ref about, like, well, what was that foul about? Like, he was genuinely just wanting to know, and the ref, I think, was just thrown off that wasn't sure a kid asking actually in a nice manner. But so, I think that was a well-earned tee on that one. So, it's good though. That will teach some empathy there too as a referee. So, thank you.
All right, it is my pleasure to award the Student Council pins this year. But if you are a member of Student Council this year, would you just please stand up? This year has been anything but a normal year, and so these students did not get to participate in Student Council as much as we would have liked. But we had a great group of students, and they showed great leadership and worked on the activities we were able to do. We pulled off a successful Spirit Week and crowning for homecoming and winter royalty, as well as Connor Biswell pulling off an awesome blood drive, where we had record amounts of blood collected for the community blood center. So if we can give Connor a round of applause. These students work to make St. Mary's High School a great place to go to school. So if the following officers could come to the front to receive their pen and their certificate. So this year's president was Jacob Fox. We'll hold our applause till I name them all here. Vice President Connor Biswell. Secretary was Vivian Martin. Our treasurer was Avery Toby. Our historian was Becca Fiedler. And our event coordinator was Laura Harrington. So thank you for all you guys have done for St. Mary's High School this year.
Good morning. I'd like to start off this morning by starting with my class awards, and then I'll move to FCCLA awards. This year in the fax room is very challenging, but we were fortunate enough to be able to have labs and to get kids together so that we could make messes in the kitchens and stuff. And I want to recognize some students who, throughout the year, whether we were virtual or whether we were in lab in person, who did really good to keep me straightened out, to challenge me, and to bring a new perspective. So this is in each of the classes. First, starting out in the Introduction to Human Services class, I would like to recognize Aiden Sly. In my culinary classes, I have a couple of young ladies who kept me straight and challenged me at the same time. Christavia Neal, Sierra Miller. In the baking class, I would like to present an award to Bailey Aubert. I feel like most recipes that we tried in class, Bailey went home and tested them again at home just to make sure that I was telling her the right things. Let's move on to FCCLA. Sorry, administration, I want to backtrack a little bit. Last year, whenever COVID shut us down, I had 17 FCCLA members who competed at district, 15 of which qualified for state, and then 7 members who went on to compete nationally. Those who competed national competition participants were all the way into the month of July, preparing and presenting, and still engaged in their project, even though the whole world had shut down. So all of those members who competed last year, will you please stand up? This year I'm going to start out with district winners, or district participants in state. Let me pull down Jolia Browning and Sierra Miller. Jolia and Sierra presented in repurpose and redesign. They were second place at district. I would like to call down Maddie Eager and Abby Mayhew. Maddie and Abby participated in a project called Promote and Publicize. These two competed at district. They were second place at district, still receiving a gold medal, but they were only beat by 2 points. So 2 points is all that there was that kept them from going on to state. I appreciate their work very much. Miss Bailey participated in a project called Career Investigation. She was first place at district competition, and she was second place at state competition. Only first place at state goes on to national, so she was just out of the running to go on to national. Okay, these two individuals I'd like to call down together for me. Vivian Martin and Kaylee Lukert. Okay, Miss Vivian competed in interpersonal communication. She had first place at district. She received first place at state. She will represent us. Well, she's already done her work for national competition. And guys, all of our work this year has been virtual. If you guys have done to compete virtually is quite a challenge. So thank you very much. I'm making them stand here longer because they qualified for nationals. Kaylee competed in job interview. She received first place at district, first place at state, and she too has already done her presentation for nationals. We will not know results for nationals until July, but very, very proud of the work they've done. Okay, seniors. Sorry, Bailey. Okay. My seniors who will hopefully wear their honor cords with a great deal of pride as they walk through graduation. Bailey, McKenna, Laura, Kelsey, please come forward.
I would like to ask all of the debate and forensics students to come forward, please, and line up right here. All of them. As they're coming forward, I'd just like to share a little bit about, the whole COVID thing kind of goes without saying, but it was extremely difficult to debate and to do public speaking by way of Zoom and recordings. So I think what they did this year was really outstanding. I want to start with debate. Is Daniel not here? No. Okay, well, in addition to the difficulty of COVID, I also was out for 6 weeks during the debate season having a surgery. So these guys practically had to teach and coach themselves. And when I came back, they only had the opportunity to participate in 4 tournaments. And to qualify for state, you have to have a winning record in 4 tournaments, which many people will compete in like 7 tournaments and hope that within those 7 tournaments that they can get a winning record in 4. So these guys, they didn't have, they couldn't not do well in any one of the 4 competitions that they were in. So Daniel and Jordy, both their team qualified for state and participated in state and did extremely well. They didn't quite make finals, but they were like the one name under the cut for finals at state. So Jordy and Daniel, Jordy, go ahead and come up in. And Jordy! And Jordy and Daniel also got the Outstanding Debate Student Awards for this year. Okay, now for forensics. I've had very good students before in forensics, but the people you see before you they really outshine everyone I've ever had before. They really did a great job. And by the way, I should also mention that 2 people that are not here today are Robert Ward and Christabel Guthrie, who is remote. So imagine them standing up here also. we had each and every one of them qualified for state. And that is not an easy task. Just because everybody did it doesn't mean it's easy, because we've had years where nobody qualified for state. So they did an excellent job. I'm going to hand out first the letters, each one of them lettered. So let me get those out. Maddie lettered for the first time. Neve Steck lettered for the third time. Robert Ward also lettered for the second time, though he's not here. Christabel lettered for the first time, but she's not here. Guinevere McCann lettered for the first time. And Lizzie Thomas lettered for the first time. Okay, I now have some medals to hand out also. First of all, let me hand out the medals for, let's start with the league. Oops, they're all over the place. All right. Maddie medaled 3 times at league. And I should say that's quite an accomplishment, because typically people are only allowed to enter 2 events in a tournament. But if you do impromptu speaking, which is you draw a topic, you have 5 minutes to prepare, and the speech is 5 minutes long, so it only takes 10 minutes to do. So if you do impromptu speaking in addition to your other 2 events, they do allow 3 events. Robert Ward also got 3 medals at league. Lizzie Thomas got 2 medals at league. And Christabel Guthrie got 1 medal at league. Regionals. Okay. And regionals, we had Robert Ward got a 2 in poi and poetry. Neve got a 2 in prose and IDA. Lizzie got 1s in serious solo and impromptu. Christabel Guthrie got 1s in both informative and humorous solo. Maddie Higgard got 1s in both prose and poi. And Gwen got a 2 in IDA and a 1 in poetry. I don't have the medals yet from state, because we just had that this last weekend, but let me announce what those are, and that is Robert got a 1 in humorous. Neve and Lizzie got 1 in duet. Lizzie also got a 2 in serious solo. Christabel Guthrie got 1s in informative and humorous solo. Maddie got 1 in oration and a 2 in poi. Gwen got a 2 in poetry. And now, if I can fish them out of this bag, excuse me. Gotta find the right things here. They're hard to read even with my glasses. Okay, I want to give an award for outstanding forensic students to 2 students who qualified multiple times for state. At state, you can only participate in 2 events, but one qualified in 4 events and the other qualified in 3. Maddie Higgard qualified in 4 events. And Lizzie Thomas qualified in 3 events.
Okay, so for science, Mr. Todd and I talked about outstanding students, and we ended up choosing 2 freshmen this year. I would just like them to stand up when I call their name. This is based off of students who are great at inquiry. They're always questioning. They're working hard when it comes to the science activities that we do in the labs we choose. So those 2 students today are Maddie Hegert and Caleb Fox. And then we are going to introduce our new NHS members. So I need Jordan to come on up here. Hey, Jordan.
We're proud to announce that the following students have been selected as the National Honor Society members. Recipients are chosen based on their demonstrated work to support the 4 pillars of NHS: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. It is a high honor to be an NHS candidate. Join us in congratulating the new members. The new members are Lily Singdillon, Kylie Rippey, Abby Pearl, Keller Hurla, Shane Harrington, Jordan Bean, Sarah Denton, Mason Gomez, Rebecca Schleif, Cassidy Schoenfeld, Riley Stahlhammer, Avery Tubby, Elena Tentis, Kennedy Ratliff, Caitlin Pearl, Maddie O'Shea, Vivian Martin, Levi Jukes, Kaylee Luker, Caitlin Perla, Rebecca Fiedler, Daniel Ewing, and Connor Bislow, and Christian Anderson.
All right, thanks, guys.
You guys are being so patient, so thank you. I know this is going on. I am also presenting for Mr. Yoho. Music has been quite interesting this year also. Everything that we were able to compete in was virtual. The first thing was district honor band and district choir. And the students that auditioned completed the process by having to record those and send them in to the judges. And we actually had 2 students qualify this year. We had Zach Fox qualify for district choir. They all got their awards the other night at our concert. And then for district honor band, it was Caitlin Pearl on oboe. And this year we competed in state solo and ensemble festival, as I'm sure you all know, and I'm so glad to have this opportunity to tell you thank you. I know that if you were walking through the commons area while we were recording, I was not pleasant. I was running after you, telling you shh, 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 and running after the doors so they didn't slam, because absolutely everything was picking up on the mics. Thank you. Thank you for being so respectful of our musicians as we did this. The kids did really, really well. The state medals are not in yet. Out of a 21-piece band, we had 11 people do solos, or 16 people do solos, and we had 11 ensembles. Mr. O'Halloran recorded every single one of those, so thank you to Mr. O'Hal for that. And Keisha will be sending to St. Mary's High School 26 gold medals. And so I would like those people to stand up. When I call their group, we will power clap after I name all of the members of the group. Getting state gold medals this year is the clarinet quartet of Lainey Mott, Vivian Martin, Kristen Anderson, and Desiree Parks. Gold medals going to the woodwind ensemble of Courtney Reiners, Catherine Renee, Caitlin Pearl, Lainey Mott, Vivian Martin, Kristen Anderson, Matthew Goodson, Zach Fox, Kaylee Lukert, and Desiree Parks. The trumpet quartet of Jenna Crosby, Kennedy Ratliff, Lily Singdillon, and Claire Foster. The mallet trio of Lane DeLong, Caleb Fox, and Brandon Brownell. These people will receive gold medals for solos, state gold medals for solos, Caitlin Pearl, oboe. Kristen Anderson, clarinet. Claire Foster, trumpet. Emma Jones, euphonium. And Caleb Fox, oboe. So, thank you.
All right, I'd like to present the Industrial Arts Award Program pins today. I need to have my 3 seniors that I have, Danny Moylan, Jacob Fox, and Isaac Gallegos, to come on up to get your pins. No, you can go back. There you go. Good job. There you go.
I'm going to award our top student in math. When I choose the top students for math, I look for completion of all the college math classes offered at our high school. This means that they have taken college algebra, trigonometry, statistics, and calculus. We had a few seniors that did complete the curriculum. When I call your name, please just stand up. They are Lizzie Carlson, Jacob Fox, Jordan Harrison, Lainey Mott, and Danny Moylan. This year's top student achieved very high results in all these classes and is continuing education in a math field. The top student in math this year is Lainey Mott.
Coach Muss and I are going to present the award for physical education. There's kind of three characteristics that we wanted to, the award recipients to model: character, consistency, and commitment to improvement. These two individuals, one male, one female, I'm going to present the, it's a pen actually, so if he can come up. Daniel Ewing got the award for PE Male of the Year.
Yeah, as Coach shared, so there's both a male and female student, and for this year's female student, I'd like to recognize junior Maddie O'Shea. Maddie. So a few of the notes, just real quick on Maddie, as far as the school day and her performance in weights and PE. Maddie certainly embodies consistency, work ethic, and focus. And having had the opportunity to coach her in basketball this season, she shows selflessness and enthusiasm for her teammates and sets a really good example as far as those things go. So Maddie, thank you for being that way. I'd like to reiterate, thank you guys so much so far. We're just about done with our awards, and we're going to move into our Teacher of the Year and Support Staff of the Year. I couldn't be more impressed with our students today and just how you've handled sitting here for this long period, so thank you very much. I would like to recognize Fisher Kent. Fisher Kent is currently enrolled in the CAMS program at Fort Hays State University. The Peter Worth CAMS Scholarship Foundation is pleased to announce that Fisher Kent has been selected as a Worth Scholar for the 21-22 academic year. To be a Worth CAMS Scholar, the student is required to fulfill all the requirements to attend the Kansas Academy of Math and Science at Fort Hays State University. Obviously, Fisher is not here right now. He's actually at Fort Hays State working through this program, but I certainly would like to recognize him and his efforts this year, so let's give Fisher a round of applause.
All right, at this time, I'd like to take the time to recognize an individual student. The ACT is an entrance exam used by most colleges and universities to make the admissions decision. The purpose of the ACT test is to measure a high school student's readiness for college and provide colleges with a common data point that can be used to compare all applicants. This year, a student at St. Mary's High School scored a 35 on their ACT. The highest possible score is a 36. This score puts this student in the 99th percentile, meaning out of approximately 1.9 million test takers, only 19,000 scored the same or higher. There are currently 1,500 universities that will be ready and pleased to accept this student because of the extraordinary score. On top of having the exceptional ACT score, the student has been a service-driven leader, exemplifies qualities that this school tries to instill in our students. You guys, please help me in congratulating Connor Bismarck. Connor, you deserve every clap that was made for you. All right, the next one, the next award is the Citizenship Award. And each year, two seniors who have proved to be the most outstanding citizen of their school are selected for the Acacia Citizenship Award. Attributes of these students must have demonstrated are respect, responsibility, and reverence. This year, award winners are Danny Moylan and Jordan Harrison. All right, and I believe the last, well, we got one more, I guess. I'd like to recognize the Middies League, all academic Middies League. And this award is what it takes is to have a 3.5 GPA or above and compete in at least three CASHA activities. There is a possibility I missed someone, and I tried being as thorough as I could. Some of the kids were asking why I'm asking so many questions. If I missed you, I certainly apologize. I think I have everyone. I have the Mid-East League medals up here, so I'm going to call your name, and if we can just wait until we get through, because there's about 35 or 40 of them, and we will recognize, Mr. Luke will give you the All-League Academic Medal as you come through. I'm going to start with our seniors. Jordan Harrison, Courtney Reiners, McKenna Mayhew, Sienna Rezak, Hannah Garland, Daniel Moylan. Our juniors include Connor Biswell, Aiden DeLong, Daniel Ewing, Caitlin Hurla, Vivian Martin, Morgan Hurla, Maddie O'Shea, Trent Carlson, Jordy Bean, Sierra Miller, Jackson Hurla, Cody Hidalgo. Sophomores, Keller Hurla, Elizabeth Singdillon, Kason Gomez, Lane DeLong, Judy Holtz, Alex Tinges. Sorry, that's Lily Singdillon. And freshmen, Hope Garland, Maddie Heeger, Nate Hutley, Atticus Martin, Abby Mayhew, Catherine Moylan, Brenna Smith, Tara Stallabomber, Riley Bean, and Sarah Lett.
Good job, Kat. Good job there. Come on, Heather. Good job. Good job, ladies. Great job, great job. Good job. Good job. Well done, sir.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, don't get too comfortable. You might be coming back, so I'm going to go through the academic, St. Mary's academic recognition, excuse me. And what this is recognizing students that have a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 and above. Our seniors taking off on me here. Okay, hey seniors, hold on just a minute. I know you guys are supposed to catch a bus at 10:30, but some of you I want to recognize here real quick, so hold on. We will not leave without you, and we'll make sure you get the full senior trip experience here today. So just hold on here just a minute. As soon as we get this award presented, we're going to do our Teacher of the Year and Support Staff of the Year, and if you'd like to hang around for that too, we can do that as well. If we leave 10 minutes later, it's going to be okay. But those students that have a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 and above will be recognized today for their academic achievement. And what we'll do is we'll call your name, we'll go by class, come down. If you're a freshman and you have not received this award, you'll get a letter, an academic letter that will go on your letter jacket if that's something you'd like to put on your letter jacket. And then sophomores, juniors, and seniors, if this would be your first time with that 3.7, you receive a letter as well. And then also, if you've received your letter before, we'll give you a bar to put on that academic patch. So let's get started here. We'll start with our seniors first. So when I call your name, come on down. Lainey Mott, Jordan Harrison, Jacob Fox, Elizabeth Carlson, Courtney Reiners, McKenna Mayhew, Sienna Rezak, Brenna Wilson, Kelsey Fields, Jayla Johnson, Matthew Goodson, JC Schindler, Laura Harrington, Hannah Garland, Allie Johnson, Danny Moylan, Jenna Crosby, and Bailey Carlson. Let's give them a round of applause. 3.7 and above. Juniors, Connor Biswell, Aiden DeLong, Kaylee Lukert, Daniel Ewing, Caitlin Hurla, Caitlin Pearl, Vivian Martin, Cassidy Schoenfeld, Morgan Hurla, Levi Jukes, Maddie O'Shea, Kennedy Ratliff, Rebecca Schleif, Trent Carlson, Fisher Kent, Kristen Anderson, Avery Toby, Elena Tinges, Rebecca Fiedler, Margaret Foster, Riley Stallbarmer, Jordan Bean, Emma Lacey, Sierra Miller, Jackson Hurla, and Mary Claire McIntyre. Those are our juniors. Sophomores, Sarah Denton, Shane Harrington, Keller Hurla, Elizabeth Singh Dillon, Abby Pearl, Jenna Crosby, Casey Gomez, Victoria Crosby, that's Tori Crosby. Casey Gomez, Bailey Albert, Elizabeth Troush, Hayden Falk, Lane DeLong, Christabel Guthrie, Elijah Schley, Kylie Rippey, Gavin Simpson. Those are our sophomores, 3.7 and above. Great job. Freshmen, Caleb Fox, Zach Fox, Hope Garland, Madeline Heegert, Maya Hutley, Nate Hutley, Atticus Martin, Abby Mayhew, Kat Boylan, Brenna Smith, Tara Stahlbaumer, Callie Parnell, Caitlin Parsons, Luke Troush, Riley Bean, Andrea Fiedler, Sarah Lett, Grace Michaels, and Morgan Piper, 3.7 and above. Outstanding job, you guys. 3.7 and above. As you can see, we have a lot of students that meet those requirements, which is probably over half of our student body, so that's pretty impressive work. Okay, this is kind of our finale of our award ceremony, so we'll wait for all of our students to have a seat, and we'll move quickly here. Once again, thank you for your patience, and great job here today, everyone. Okay, so this is our third annual Support Staff and Teacher of the Year presentation. Today we'd like to recognize, celebrate, and show appreciation to all of our teachers and staff who work every day to help our students and each other be the best that we can be. I feel very fortunate that we have the staff and teachers that we have, and that I get to be a part of this great team. We have amazing people here at our school. It's not just the two that will receive this award today, it's all of you that come to work every day with a student's first attitude and do all you can to make a difference in the lives of our students. Let's give all of our teachers a round of applause. And staff. We received over 65 nominations for Support Staff and Teacher of the Year. That's 33 different teachers and support staff members that were nominated. That's well over half of our staff that received at least one nomination. All of those nominees are worthy of these awards. All of the nominations included amazing words of kindness and appreciation from students, parents, and colleagues. I think that definitely says something about the impact our people are having on our students. I'd like to share with you some words written for our Support Staff of the Year nominations. A parent had to say this about Kyra Stromgren, and these are just nominations. This year, Kyra put a ton of extra hours to ensure the teachers and students were safe and able to attend school in person. I personally received phone calls from Kyra as late as 7 o'clock at night just to inform me of possible close contact with my student. Her tireless efforts are very, very much appreciated. A teacher had this to say about Miss April Staley. April is a wonderful, wonderful para here at St. Mary's High School, and she has done nothing but support me and all my students all year. They say that she is a super friendly, helpful, and involved staff member, especially when it comes to knowing and asking about their sporting and drill events. I think she goes above and beyond her call of duty because she never hesitates to help myself or my students. This is what folks had to say about this year's recipient of Support Staff of the Year. A student says that our support staffer is the best because he always keeps us in check and makes sure we have all of our work done. He also knows how to build strong relationships with all of us. A teacher had this to say about our recipient. He can always be counted on to help students. He is a very positive male role model and is very honest and straightforward with his communication and expectations. Students know exactly what to expect and what needs to be done when Mr. Q is working with them. I always know that students are in good hands when they are under the supervision of Mr. Q. This year's recipient has served as a support staff member and coach for over 20 years for St. Mary's Junior Senior High School. He is a respected and valued member of our staff here at St. Mary's High School. I appreciate all the work he has done for our students and support that he has given during his time here at school. This year's Support Staff of the Year goes to Mr. Bob McNella. Bob, stay up here for just a minute. Bob, come on back over. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to see Bob's family, so Bob's family, come on out here and let's recognize Bob for all of his work that he's done here at St. Mary's Community High School.
Move here together. Let's get a picture. Give him a round of applause.
We'll try to hold together, guys. All right. Again, we had an overwhelming response from students, parents, and colleagues for the Teacher of the Year Award. I'd like to read some of the nominations that were received. A parent and colleague said this about Miss Katie Brown. Katie is an outstanding educator. She makes real connections with kids that last for many years. It's not uncommon to see former students make their way back to Sully's room, as they call her, for advice to share, good news, or just to say hello. Katie goes above and beyond and always puts her students first. A student had this to say about Mr. Alan Hare. Mr. Hare truly cares about students and it shows. On top of that, he has a great personality and is a great teacher. A student that nominated Mrs. Holiday had this to say about her. She's really inspirational and is a really good motivator. She loves to help when I have trouble with something. A student had this to say about Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore goes above and beyond what is required for her students. She is dedicated to helping each of her students and works tirelessly to make sure they have everything needed to succeed. Mrs. Moore relates to her students and makes sure that they have the support and guidance. I could go on and on with these nominations as this was just a small portion of what I received. Again, numerous nominations with these kinds of comments. A colleague had this to say about our Teacher of the Year. She is a wonderful teacher, but also a master in forming relationships with our students. She truly cares about students, wants them to progress, and is willing to go the extra mile to help them. She uses any amount of time she can during the day to work one-on-one with students to help them reach their highest potential. She also strives to make St. Mary's Junior Senior High School a great place for students and staff by being approachable, flexible, and passionate in everything that she does as an educator and coworker. A parent and former colleague had this to say about our Teacher of the Year. My student has been in this teacher's cohort all year. When finding out she wouldn't have a regular school year, she was bummed. A 14-year-old girl with less socialization was not ideal. However, she had the most amazing year because of the environment and relationships this teacher has created in her classroom. I've heard story upon story of good times, tough times overcome, and the support she receives from the teacher. At times of academic need, my student has remained calm and confident, knowing that the Teacher of the Year is there to support her and help her. She has learned to laugh at herself, support her classmates, and gain self-confidence. I owe this all to Mrs. Smith. As a mother of a young teen, there's no way to truly thank her for this. On top of it all, during our conferences, Mrs. Smith was brought to tears and how proud she was of my child. You can never have enough people to love and support your child. And what a great feeling for me and my daughter to know that she has someone at school that she trusts to go to anytime she needs it. When life happens, she can't wait to share it with Mrs. Smith. This year's Teacher of the Year is Nicole Smith. Thank you. All right, guys, that concludes our presentation for today. Great job and thank you. Seniors, we'll let you guys exit first. Have a great day and have fun today. I'd like to thank everybody for your support in celebrating the success of our school. Thank you, guys.